Hello, everybody. This is Cheryl. In this episode, I'm going to share with you how I preserve my peppers by water bath canning them in a vinegar and water brine. Okay, let's get started. Okay, guys, I'm getting ready to can some peppers. And let's see, this one's not any good. I took these out of the freezer, and I'm going to put them in the jar and water bath can them with a little apple cider vinegar and water, and I'll share everything. And here are the ones that I grew in my greenhouse, and these were gifted to me from a good friend, so I'm gonna can them all together. Okay, I'll be back and I'll take you step by step. So after I wash the peppers, I'm slicing them up and I'm putting them into sanitized jars and I'm packing them really tight. And then I'm going to make my brine, and I'll come back and I'll show you how I pour the hot brine. I added my garlic, and I stuff the, excuse me, the 7 jars to be a water bath can, and I always keep this in my windowsill in case I don't have enough. That would just anchor those 7 jars because it take 8 pints. And now I'm getting ready to boil my lids. I already washed the rims and dried. You guys know I'm on a low sodium diet, so I'm not going to add any salt. But if you do use salt, it will enhance the flavor, and I recommend that you use pickling salt, not regular iodized salt, table salt, because it will discolor your peppers, because there's an ingredient in there that keeps the several ingredients that keeps the salt from clumping up in damp, humid conditions. So don't add any regular salt. Use pickling salt. And I'm going to add red pepper flakes, black peppercorns, and I think I may put like a tablespoon of monk fruit. You guys know that's that natural sweetener that I'm using that doesn't have any calories, any carbohydrates. It's keto friendly. So I will bring this mixture to a boil and then I'll be back. 2 cups of water, and now my apple cider vinegar. And I want you guys to know that if you don't like that vinegar taste, you can just do the same recipe, but don't add the apple cider vinegar, but be sure to pressure can it. And you can look at your Ball's book or your canner manufacturer, and it'll tell you how many minutes and how much weight for your altitude to pressure can it. But since I'm not going to, I like vinegar, I like pickly stuff, I'm going to water bath can these. My 1 tablespoon of monk fruit, that's the sweetener. And then I'm going to add red pepper flakes and peppercorn, and that's it, okay? It smells good in here, guys, because that garlic is pungent and it smells delicious. You see here, I add my crushed pepper flakes, my black pepper, and now I'm going to bring this mixture to a boil. That was ground pepper that I added, so I'm going to add 2 or 3 whole black peppercorns to each jar. Okay, so my brine is hot, and I'm getting ready to pour it in the jars. I'm sorry there's no one here but me, so I'm going to have to put the camera down and bring you back when they're full. I'm sorry. You fill the jars with brine. You want to go and take your debubbler and make sure, and I've already done this off camera, but I'm going to show you how to do it. Stick that in there, make sure there are not any bubbles coming to the top. And I've done all of them, but I wanted to show you how it's done. You want to make sure everything is in the liquid, and you want to fill it right up to about right there. And you don't want to go below that or above that because you don't want to get seepage when you're canning. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to wipe the rims around here and the tops with vinegar to make sure that the seals, properly adhere, okay? I'll come back. Do this with my left hand because I've already done it once. So I'm just going around and wiping it again. You can see the vinegar. Oh, I'm not in camera focus, but wipe it off again. This is the second time. And actually, when I lay this camera down, I'm going to go around for the 3rd time because I can't do this adequately. And let's look at the jars. Everything is filled up pretty good. This one has just a little bit too much liquid in it. And I guess that one's okay. And I'm going to put that liquid here. So I'm going to take a clean spoon. Yeah, so now I'm going to put the cap, and I'm just screwing it finger tight, not very tight, just finger tight. And then I'm gonna put them in the canner, as I said previously. And what I do is I use a gallon jug to carry the water. I don't put distilled water in, I just use regular tap water, and I make sure that it's several inches above the rim. Okay, so my water bath canner is almost boiling. So I want you guys to know that you need to let it come to a full boil, put the top on it, and then let it boil for 10 minutes. And please, please, please check with the Ball Book of Canning and Preserving. You can also check out my other videos on canning, because I don't like to make long videos, and I just think it's redundant to keep repeating myself. So if you want to look up those videos, I'll leave a link to them in the description box. So here are my results, and I'm really happy, really pleased with the results. They look very pretty. And tomorrow I'm going to can some eggplant, and I'll bring that to you then. I hope you enjoyed this video. I really do. It's a lot of work, but it's so satisfying when you can just walk into your pantry / grow room and pull something off the shelf and make a meal with it. Because I can use this to stir fry, I can add it into pasta, I can do a lot of things with this. Or if I feel like having a snack, I can just eat it right out the jar. Okay. Thanks for taking time out of your schedule. You guys know I love each and every one. Thank you for watching, everybody. Bye now.
The end.